Come on in while I fix my hair. Hey, yeah, my hair's a mess. But I have a reason for it to be messy. The wind was out there blowing, and I just didn't want to fuss with a lot of extra stuff today. So you know how it goes, right? Okay, great. Fabulous. Now, I want to talk about what we all would hate to do when we're crafting is making mistakes. Do you want to do mistakes? Heck no. Who says I want to go craft something, make something beautiful, and end up with a big conundrum or a big mess, or yeah, it's not working here? So you have that. You'll have that often. And what I've been taught, especially regarding certain crafts, is that if, you know, you're in a state of flux because you made mistakes, nothing's going right, and you're making bloobers, as I call them, and you're getting more frustrated and mad and angry over those bloopers. Okay, I want you to understand something. When that happens, you are to stop what you're doing. I know you don't want to. You're on a deadline, maybe. You don't want to stop. But trust me, stop what you're doing, because if you don't stop, what's going to happen? You're going to make more bloopers and end up making a complete mess, which I'm sure you don't want, but it's going to happen. So I've been taught when I was a little bit younger than I am now that it's wise, as we can be to ourselves, to stop. And people are like, well, no. First off, if you know you have a deadline, just saying, for instance, Mother's Day, and you have this wonderful craft, you're going to have it so beautiful, so perfect, and you waited till the last minute to get all your art supplies or to actually start working on it, which I'm sure you didn't want to do. Okay? So, what are you going to do? Sit there and cry me a river? It ain't going to change nothing except you're going to make a bigger mess. What else can you do? Learn from your mistake, for one, put it away, and just consider it a scratch or a write-off, because, yeah, it's not worth the hassle. I'm just saying, it really isn't. And for some reason, of course, I want to do something, and it never wants to go the way I want it to go because I'm in a rush. It happens. Be honest with yourself. You're not perfect. Heck, I'm not perfect. So, I want you guys to stop and think about this. If you continue on trying to work on your project with all the bloopers and everything else, and you're beyond frustrated, you're beyond, seriously, you're just done. So your best bet, I have been taught, is to not do anything. Put it aside, leave it where it is, take a mental break, take a breather, as we call it. Why? Because if you don't, what happens? Make a bigger mistakes, make a bigger mess, which I'm sure none of us want this to happen, but it does. So tell me something. Sitting there and stressing out about it and, I'll get it right this time, or whatever the case may be, is that going to really work, or you're just hoping? Because when you get to the point of, oh my God, I'm like so frustrated, I can't believe myself, well, guess what? Don't do no more work. That's where you get smart. That's where, good afternoon, Janine. Good afternoon, Astro fan. I am so happy you joined me this day. Hi, welcome back, Janine. How are you doing today? Do you do any particular crafts that you do that makes you happy, or no? Okay. Is there anything craft wise? Hey, staff, how you doing, baby doll? Is there any particular crafts you're interested in learning, or you want to have some idea before you fully commit to learning that craft, right? Because you're like, seriously? Yeah. Because, depending on the project, it can get really expensive. That hobby that can start out this big as an idea, it can blow up. Trust me. Because then you need this, you need that. And, no, 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 no. Stop. Hit the brakes. That's why you come here and you say, well, I'm really interested in doing this, and I would like to have some information. Like, how much should I really invest in it? Or how much is it going to, initially cost me to exponentially? Because you don't want to do, like, go in and try to become a master crafter in whatever you have decided to do. And the reason is because you don't want to make a mistake, right? You don't want to have all this stuff and you won't know how to use it. And what if you use it the wrong way? Or whatever the case may be. You don't want that happening, which I totally get. So why should I start a new craft when I know I'm going to make mistakes? Real simple. You do a craft because you think you'll get the enjoyment out of it, for one. Two, it looks real easy. That's because some of these people that have done these crafts have been doing them for years. So yeah, it looks easy to you, but it may not have been for them. And you don't have all the ins and outs of, per se, what does it mean to invest in a craft that eventually you want to become this great craftsman on. Okay, man, woman, child, you get the idea. But you want to do better. And you can't do better until you understand the craft. And I will tell you, your mistakes and such, and having to put it aside when you rather just jump in both feet and get to town on it. Well, let me tell you what, let me slow you down. The reason you ask others that are doing crochet or they have done knitting for years and years and years, their mistakes actually helped them to do better with their craft. Not saying that you won't, and I'm just saying that's how it sometimes happens. But I will tell you this much. If you want to be a master artisan, artistic person in a particular field, well, one, you need to play to your strengths. Your strengths could be, well, I saw something really, really pretty and I liked it. Okay. So if you liked it, what is your strengths in craft? Are you a drawer? Are you the one that could go take some amazing photographs by different angling, whatever? Are you the type that, well, you get the idea. So, you see these little, hold on a second, let me grab it. You see these? All hanging up there looking really cute, whimsical, whatever. I want you guys to think about this, okay? I want you to stop and consider this. I want you to come up with craft ideas that you want to explore, but you don't want to explore it to like the $100 bill degree per se. You want to explore it in a way where it's not it's more cost effective, especially since you're new to that craft. You want to have somebody that you could glean off of them about their knowledge and such. You want to know how much is it going to not necessarily initially cost you millions of dollars per se, but you want something that you're interested in. It could be crocheting, scrapbooking, whatever. You get the idea. All right? Now, if you know, okay, Mother's Day is what? Sunday? Okay, Sunday. Yesterday, what was I talking about? These little Dumaflatchers that I cut off from that. Guess what they don't tell you? This comes off. That's just plastic. There is no stickiness to it. The stickiness was left behind. Why did I leave the stickiness behind? I didn't know any better. And so, hello, Sarah. Hello, Kaboom. Welcome back. Oh, thank you so much. We are discussing about the initial cost of starting or learning a new craft. Now, I want you to think, okay, what kind of craft, if you've never done it before, and you want to start something new, different, whatever. Okay, hello, Pretzel. And I want you to stop and consider how much it's going to cost you. Right? You don't want to pay an arm and a leg for some fancy schmancy, okay, knitting. We're so give me a second because I am in the midst of doing something. It wasn't what I originally wanted to do, but I'm going to show you guys something because I can. And it's from the other day when we had the little wee ones come in, and I wanted to show them something that the hard way that my misunderstanding of the bling bling, yeah, well, it messed it up. Or rather, my ignorance, I guess you could say, because I didn't have all the information on it, it got messed up. So, what am I doing right now? I'll show you in a moment, if you would be so kind and patient. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And when I do, you'll understand. Because where the black dots are on this thing, okay, you'll understand it when you see it. Because not only do I want something visually, but I wanted something that you could actually touch. And, well, right now, it's on a standby on that part. Because you can't touch this right now, but this is to give you an idea. To use like a journal. And so I put that in and I started doodling on it, as you can see, with love, faith, hope, and charity. But look what's at the bottom. Now that's backwards to you guys. And hello, Junior. That's backwards to you guys because I had intentionally wanted to use these, but something didn't work out right. And I knew I had this. I could color in the dots where the sparklies were supposed to go. But it didn't work out that way. No, I'm not done with it. Yes, I'm going to get back to it. But am I done? Nope. Am I giving up? Nope. I just learned. Hello, Carl, my friend. How are you? Good evening. Yes. Okay, so this is the start of a future craft. So I wanted to put that aside. You ever see those things you can buy? Well, I don't know how many of you actually have a local Dollar Tree near you or a Dollar General. They have these crafter squares, they're called. They're like canvas. Take it out of the plastic. You can paint a picture in water or oil. So that's something that you could possibly get and do. There's 1,000,001 crafts I could tell you guys just for Mother's Day. Oh, yes. Adelaide, right? Okay. I looked at the bottom instead of reading from the top down. So, hello, Adelaide. I'm so glad you joined us again. Now, okay, just wanted to give you guys to get your minds right, basically kind of you might be interested in. Kaboom, darling, you said knitting. And I won't lie about this. Well, that's great, but I know some people in the Philippines celebrated Mother's Day Sunday last week or something like that. But here's my blue yarn. From the ACC. What's an ACC? I don't have a clue. But I think mothers should be honored for their sacrifices, for the love and all the work they have invested in their children to help their children grow. And oh, JR's gone. Okay, that's all right. That's all right, Adelaide. But when it comes to, I'm reteaching, I'm relearning how to knit. No, I remember her from the other day. I don't know where Kiara's from, but I will tell you guys this much. Guess what happened to me this morning in the morning Bible devotional? This will blow your mind, seriously, people. It blew mine this morning, I will tell you this. I'm doing good. Oh. I'm doing great. How about you, Sam? Huh? Okay, let's leave that. It was just a fever dream. I don't know. Anywho, this morning in my morning Bible devotional chat, it's only a few. I know, right? Yes, I remember you, Sam. You told me to call you Sam? Am I not right? Or are you the wrong person? No, I think she was in sometime this week, though, Steph. Ugh. Yes, I do remember you. I may not always remember names right, but I do remember channel things and whatever. All right. Now, Kaboom earlier had mentioned he wanted to learn knitting. Now, the difference between knitting and crochet, we'll see if that happens. You know what, Steph? We're going to let go and let God. Let's get back to the craft chat and have some fun. Wow. Okay, guys. Hi. The last time I talked to my mother was May 12th in the year she died. Me too, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Last time I talked to my real mother that gave birth to me was May 12th, and that was Mother's Day, and May 17th of 2001 she died. Okay? And no, I don't want your hello, Mr. Cardboard Man. And no, I don't want your pity. My mom's up in heaven with God. That's how I look at it as, okay? Now, I'm relearning how to knit. And there is what I call stages of knitting, especially when you're relearning it by a video, like on YouTube. So I won't lie about that. Okay? But this is casting on what you want to do for your needles, because oh, welcome back. Mr. Cardboard Man, remind me when I'm supposed to be calling you again. I'm just having one of those moments, okay? Seriously, I don't mean to. Anywho, crocheting does not use needles. This is a pair of needles, and it's only used for knitting. Nope, I don't think I need that. Crochet, my friends, takes a hook. And that's one, not two, just one. And I know I have one in here because I keep one for just in case. Oh. Yes. And you know where my email address is. It's on my About page. You have to scroll down, and I would greatly appreciate that. Now, let me show you guys something. These, my friends, are knitting needles. And there's two for knitting. Crochet takes a hook. Do you guys see the hooking part right there? So crochet uses a hook, and knitting uses needles. A lot of people in other countries thinks crochet is knitting, and it's not. You won't believe how many times I come across a person showing crocheting and calling it knitting. It's not knitting. Knitting requires two needles, which I have a pair right here. The first section you're going to learn is how to do No, I never did before. Nope. But I know people that do make stuff, do make merch and whatever. And like the earrings I'm wearing here, these actually glow in the dark. They were made by JC Calamity Jane, along with a few of those other earrings I wear. There's another pair of earrings that was gifted to me by another crafter, so I can shout them out. Because, hello, Lydia. But yeah, like my friend here in New York where I live, she gets these tumblers like this big, right? And look what she does. She decorates them. And this is actually a gift from her. And I told her, why aren't you putting it out there, make a YouTube channel? Why aren't you selling this stuff? She does t-shirts, she makes jewelry, she's very gifted in a lot of different crafts. And yet she hasn't sold any. Or she'll sell some here and there, but not like she should be doing. And the tumbler comes with a metal straw. Very beautiful. It's metal, you know. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay. Hear the tang sound? That's a metal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I make them. You didn't know that? You didn't know that the boards that I put up behind me for my morning devotionals, my little eggs of ideas I'm going to put up there. So when I get ideas from you guys, I could put it in there. And then we'll do a random, okay, let's grab this one and see what we got today. I'm the one that comes with those ideas. You didn't know that. It's one of the things I found out I'm good at doing, drawing posters. Used to do it in high school and college. I did it for the foreign exchange program in high school. And then I did it for the one college I attended for like 6 months after high school for the dances and stuff we were doing. I'm good at trying to get people to look at a poster, to draw them in, and look at the poster. Oh, really? Good for them. Because, see, the only difference is they could sell them, but my designs are mine. Let them copy because they can't come up with their own ideas. And you know what's really bad is, right now, I know 2 people right now that have to copy my channel. be it in my morning Bible devotional, a challenge I had spoken of, like before New Year's Eve. Yeah, because they cannot come up with their own ideas. Like Lydia can, I can, they can't. They have to steal it. Don't ask me to buy it. Because first off, they got to explain how they got the ideas. Second, and I've proven myself before in the past where somebody stole an idea and then they had to prove to a person they wanted to sell it to. I just so happen to know the person. And like, oh, she can't, is telling me about this crazy idea. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. She's like, why? I said, that's my idea. Oh, I'm not pissed off with you, darling. I'm just telling you that I was pissed off more with the person that stole the idea because they couldn't say, oh, can I use your idea to sell? No. They have to steal somebody else's idea because they don't have an original thought. Go imagine that. Okay, God bless you. That's the way you're going to be a thief. Now, when you learn knitting, okay, yep, yeah, they did. If you could get a screenshot of it or whatever, I would like to see it. Hello, Chris. How you doing, darling? Yeah, but you know what? You gotta pity them because they don't have the original artistic clink that they get from God. And I don't have a problem with putting up a board of pure whiteness. I'll just take that right off my wall. Like this one here. This is from my last board. And this is for my morning Bible devotional. Ready? Can you guys see all that? The ABCs. 1, 2, 3s of knowing and learning about God. They can't come up with that idea. I have it documented. Let them steal my ideas because they're so pathetic. Just saying. I'll say it plain. I'll say it straight. But that's okay because, see, I have 1,000,001 ideas I am blessed by God with. You have to steal it because you can't come up with your own design or your own idea? You know what they say about liars and thieves? So we let them go. Now, I have discovered with knitting, and that's what Kaboom had asked me about. Okay, knitting, I consider that almost like a 4-step project. Because first you got to learn how to do casting on. And no, I'm not perfect at it yet, but it's still a work in progress. So that's my casting on. You know what step I'm at to now? Because then you got to learn how to do knitting. The word knit. Yep, I agree. I totally agree, Lydia. Now, when you go to do knitting, this is where this goes from the right hand to the left hand. They explain how to do the knit part. The next step is do the purl part. Once you got that, now let's all combine it. And that's a 4-step plan of learning how to knit. So I have not gotten to the knit part. I have an idea how to do it. I've seen it. Do I remember it right now? No, I remember this better than the other thing. But you know what? It's not running anywhere. It's still going to be there for me tomorrow or later on when I get to it. Because actually, today, I'm in the midst of doing some laundry. I have a sink load of dishes to do. Plus, I have a pound of bacon I want to fry up. I also have some hamburger meat I would like to take and brown it up. Put some taco seasoning. Drain that first. Drain the hamburger meat first. Then put in the taco seasoning. Then if I want to do like a taco salad, I have the hamburger meat ready. if I want to do a taco wrap, per se, I have the taco meat ready. And so I got to chop up some onions, my avocados. You get the idea. Now, I do love getting ideas when it comes to cooking. And I'm still a novice when it comes to using spices, when it comes to cooking. But hey, gotta learn somehow, right? And one of the things, like, especially when you go somewhere and somebody you don't know cooks something like pasta with sun-dried tomatoes and chicken meat, and mind you, the chicken, oh, it was delicious. But you don't know how heavy-handed they are with particular spices like cumin, the ones that kill yeah, you know what I mean? They're too spice, what comes to the rescue? Ranch dressing. It does. It really does. It helps to marinate it, to take the spice level down a couple notches, just to give you an idea. So today I want you guys to seriously consider this for me, please. And we can make this crafting channel not just about what I know, but about something you know and something that you want to teach us or something you want to learn, and we could go from there. It's not just a Temi channel. Yes, it's okay. But you know what I'm saying? It's just for crafters, new people. Okay, let's connect. Let's get somebody like Miss Lydia, for instance. A couple, 2 or 3 weeks ago? She was telling me how she was making a sunflower keychain. And you know what? It was originally her own idea. And I loved it. Now, last I heard, she was doing a mouse. Don't know if she's got the mouse done or not because, I've been fighting trying to get my sleep habits back on habit. Normal sleep cycle for me, which means get up at the crack of dawn. And I do mean the crack of dawn because I'm awake before the light comes up. Okay? And so I need you guys to think about things that you've never done before or you're interested in understanding or doing it. Like, a lot of people don't know that when you see Native American beadwork, oh, that looks so hard. No, it's not. Okay, I was gifted with the knowledge from a master craftsman who has unfortunately passed away. And despite everything, I still love him. And he's the one who taught me. And I could teach anyone. But why should I do that for? Well, if it's in your heritage, I can understand that. There you go. Lydia did last night a hand sanitizer holder, and she crocheted it. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. She comes up with these things that most people don't think about. Out of the blue, random. I don't know what you're talking about, artist 2006. One, it's rude to come into somebody's live and ask a question like that. Two, without saying hello to the hosts and the mods and the people in the chat. Three, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I don't have I don't. Is it for a date or something? I don't have a clue. Now, I will give you guys a few ideas for Mother's Day, because it's coming up like this weekend. And I will admit, I didn't realize it, but I just bought Mother's Day cards. And I have stamps, and I got to fill them out and get them out. And yes, the people getting them are going to get them late, but they'll still get a card, okay? Because, to be brutally honest with you guys, you know how much of a Mother's Day I'm going to have? Close your eyes, that's what I'll have. Nothing. not from any of my biological children or my other children that I have legally adopted. Times are tight. I understand that, whatever. I don't expect nothing, especially from the 3 I gave birth to. I know I'm not being delusional. I'm not sad about it. I'm not mad about it. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to go and get happy. I'm going to do a few things for myself. Something that makes Tammy feel good about her life and about herself. And nobody likes it. Well, God bless you. Where were you when you coulda, shoulda, woulda? I'm not going to worry about that. Days done past. And I'm going to keep moving forward. Because, hello, Lily. Hi, Stitch. I don't think Stitch's name is the teacher's name, but that's what she's going by. And this is the group I was telling you guys about from the other day. And Carmela, my darling dear. I know you're in Ireland, but can I tell you something? My youngest son's 6'4", 6'5", actually. Red hair, hazel eyes and freckles. I used to dress him up as a leprechaun. Oh, that is sweet, Lydia. That is so sweet. So, I was trying to do something to show the kiddies about using the bling bling for doing the braille. Well, apparently when I peeled this bit off, there's no sticky residue. What is my church name? You mean the church I attend to in person, or no? Or you mean my channel handle for my morning Bible devotional chat? Is that the one you're asking about? Oh, easy. You ready? My ministry is going to be something that I was blessed with. I have the date and time, well, all that stuff written down. October 28, 2025, the Holy Spirit blessed me with the knowledge of, ready? The ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of knowing, learning, and understanding God. Oh, okay. But how many people go read a King James Bible? No, I think it's across the street. But it is what it is. Right now, I got one too many fires going at once, and I don't have enough fire extinguishers yet. But it's a work in progress. Okay, and matter of fact, the people that are supposed to be assisting me, they do what we call ninja vanish poof. They're not there when you need them. So it is what it is. And in the meantime, what am I going to do? Sit here and cry me a river? Nope. Time will come when things will happen. And if I do them by myself, so be it. They were given an option, considering they owe me money. And whatever, I'm going... Oh, do you? Hi. How you doing, Old Spice? How you doing, Zach, my man? Sam? I read a King James Version because it was gifted to me by another on these YouTube streets. Her name is Sister Marcella. Her husband and his brother Rel. They sent me the Bible that I use. It's a King James Version. I love it because in the back there is a small concordance in there for my... And you go to read. Awesome. You guys are going to have a fabulous day. I know you are. You're so smart. And you guys got to stop and think. What do I allow to rule my day? I allow God to rule my day. Even if everything ain't going my way, even if the worst could happen, and it's been done. I've been there, done that, and then some. Wake up on a Monday morning, get a phone call from my kid to call my damn sister, as my oldest son said, to find out that my twin brother had died. Yeah. 6 weeks after our 53rd birthday. Yep. And of course, I reacted as to be expected, crying, bawling my eyes out, whatever. Went to the doctor's appointment that I had. Well, you know what? I put it like this, Sam. Show me in the Bible that we all read, King James Version, just say we all read the King James Version for argument's sake. Where does it say Catholic? Where does it say Protestant? I like to see that. I know there's John the Baptist. But where's those other names of the different religions? They're not in there. So, clear the board. I have a non-denominational church or ministry. I'm doing it because of my love for people, especially people that became saved, and believe in Jesus Christ, his Lord and Savior, and they weren't taught because they didn't have access to a church or whatever the case may be, right? So what I've learned, I'm sharing. That's all I'm doing. Now, when it comes to crafts, oh boy, that's my slang. That's my chinga chinga chunga. Right. But if you was to take out, hello, Sam. Hi, Cat's Eye. If you was to take out King James Version and was to go back to the days of old, where the stories of Jesus Christ were done orally, okay? Most of the teachings of my people of days of old was all oral. We didn't have books. We didn't write them down. Nope, we didn't. And matter of fact, Sequoia, right? He's the one that came up with the way to do. No, I didn't. I was helping out my friend last night. They called me and they were a little bit grief-stricken. I apologize. I did want to do that last night, but by the time I got off the phone with her, yeah, I was a little bit tired. Yes, fellowship should happen. Fellowship should happen on a regular basis. Yes, take away the denomination. I'm not a Christian. I am a child of God. It was Constantine on his deathbed, who accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior, that came up with the word Christian. And you ask some of my ancestors or ask some of my relatives, Native Americans, the people that were the OG people of the United States of America, and ask them what they think. Most of them don't even want to go to a church building. Now, if we're outside, it's another story. Right. But see, that's how it's supposed to be. And people get maniacal about it. You know what I mean? They have their hidden agendas. Watch the movie called Lady Wolf. Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. It's like, I want to say maybe 1980 movie. Go watch that first. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay? But when you're yourself and everything, let's be kind and loving to one another. Lady Wolf, WOLF. It is a movie. You can look it up on YouTube. Lady, no, not Lady Gotham. We're not doing Batman. This is set in the medieval ages. It's called Lady Wolf, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Matthew Broderick's in it. It's one of Matthew Broderick's earlier films when he was still a young, dumb kid. But it's very good, and it'll give you a little bit more understanding. Okay? Yes, it's fabulous. Thank you, Lydia. Exactly. Now, you guys, I don't know if you have any, I know what we could do for tomorrow. Do you guys remember when, I don't know, some of you might remember, when we were kids and we get that crepe paper and we make them into flowers? Can you imagine doing that? Or, you know what, go ask Mom what she wants for Mother's Day. Me, I'd be happy with $100 bill. Sure enough. You know, take me out to dinner, give me a card and put $100 bill in it, I'd be happy. That's all I would want. Or better yet, don't even need the dollar bill, don't need a card, I just spend some time with me. And if you can't, okay. I'll go spend some time with God. My Valentine's Day was almost ruined because somebody who says they love you, no card, no flowers, no chocolates, no phone call this year for Valentine's Day. And you know what? Right, there you go. Well, Lydia, you're already ahead of the game, darling. But, it could have been a boo-hoo cry me for the whole day moment if I let it. Hi, Lauren, Mr. Fedora. I could have done that. I could have sat there for the whole weekend and bawled my eyes out. Instead, I got a better idea. And this is because of the Holy Spirit whispered in my ear. You know who was my best favorite person I spent Valentine's Day with? God. Sure did. Play gospel music and praising his name and reading the Bible. Ah, okay. Nice. So, hello, Miss Fedora, darling. Y'all, Mr. Fedora, and any of you other mods, you want to drop your links, please? That's always an obvious. If you're a mod, drop links. Anybody wants your links dropped for other people to connect with because you're trying to get subscribers or connect with people, to have, whatever, like that kind of thing? Really? When is my granddaughter's birthday's also, I think my granddaughter was born February 13th. My baby brother was born February 20th. My dad was born February 22nd. Yeah. So I will remember that, Sam. No, you're not Sam. I don't know. I'm having a blah moment. Please forgive me. How you guys like my new headband? I just got that. I bought myself something pretty. That's good to know. And because thank you, Mr. Fedora. You guys check out Mr. Fedora, y'all. If you like the paranormal stuff, you're curious. He usually has a morning live devotional around, or not devotional, a morning live around 4 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Hello, Meredith. How are you? Yeah? Actually, I'm not expecting anything for Mother's Day, my birthday, or Christmas this year. Ah. September 1st. Okay. Like my doc said. No worry, Mr. Fedora. You got to learn this stuff if you want to, I don't know, but I'm glad they did, aren't you? Yes, paranormal. Well, Mr. Fedora will do a couple of paranormal stuff. He does some stuff with his grandchildren. In the mornings, like at 4 a.m. at the crack of dawn, before the sun lights up, 4 a.m. No, I thank you, though. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. These are my glow-in-the-darks. I saw, or I watched the live when Miss JC Calamity Jane was making them. And I am a glow-in-the-dark freak, I know. That's so childish, Mom. So, we didn't have this stuff when I was a kid, man. Let me tell you what. I don't think so, but I do also think, too, it is a matter of your faith. Now, I have questions I want to ask God. Yeah. But, yeah. No, I didn't. Right. But see, it's a matter, I'm saving certain questions that I don't have answers for when I die and I can ask God about it. Oh, I know, right? It's totally radical. Oh, you guys, me and my friend, we went to a hotel room one time. I don't know. I really don't. But that is a question you can ask God. And I'm sure he will give you a better reference point, a better understanding than I have, because I don't. I really don't. It does, but you know what? What really matters to me is I woke up this morning 6 years ago, almost 6 years, come September 8th. I woke up expecting to go to the doctor's office to get blood work done. And I knew my twin brother was in the hospital. And the last I heard, he was doing okay. He was starting to stabilize. I woke up, got a text, didn't quite get it. And my oldest son calls me and tells me to call my damn sister. Same says sister who died January 13th of this year. Okay. Yes, I do care for the truth, but you know what, Veritas? I don't have the answers. I don't have them. But God does. Why don't you go in prayer to him? Anywho, when I called my sister, okay, my father was too much of a chicken to call me to tell me my own twin brother died. Right, and I understand that, but I don't have the answers. Okay? So the point is you got to understand something. I'm going by my faith. Everybody has, their own faith, and you have to, well, the answer to the Bible is wrong, then you don't have to believe in God. That's your choice. My choice is I believe in God. And I am not going to be blasphemous of the Holy Spirit, which will separate you from God forevermore. You won't get a blink. You go to see him, he will say, I will never know you. He will take you as far as the east is from the west, from the earth is to heaven. And you will be so separated beyond belief. And that's what it says. But you know what? Really, reality is not what it's cracked up to be either, by the way. So I'm closing off any more biblical argumentation about what we whatever. It's done and over with. I'm finished. You got an answer from me, what I believe. It's up to you now. Hello, Marco. This is a craft chat. Right, I've asked you to stop talking about that now. You got my answer. Right. Thank you, Warren. Now, you guys, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm sorry that this ended up being more of a biblical chat instead of a craft chat. Biblical chat is in the morning. Craft chat is in the afternoon. And I don't know what the Chinese believe. Oh, actually, I do. They believe in Buddha or some other person deity like that. And how do I know this? I have Chinese friends. And we have good, healthy, long discussions. We do. And you know what matters? None of it. The only thing that matters, they understand where I come from and what I believe, and vice versa. And we respect each other on that. We love each other, and we have a good time together. And you know what? When the truth slips you upside one way and down the other, that's all I gotta say. Oh, you have a history test? I'm going to tell you one more time. Goodbye. You got timed out. You were forewarned. You don't listen to me when I say drop it. Leave the subject alone. We discussed it in the other chat. You don't listen. Bye. I was nice. I was patient. I gave an answer. They didn't like it. I'm sorry. But this is what I believe in. And you don't have to come into my morning Bible devotion if you don't want to. You could unsubscribe from me too. But you know what, y'all? With the crap that I've been through from the time I was born till now, yeah, come at me. Because you won't like some of the hard truths I have to live through. And that's how it is. And because I know God was there when nobody else was, nobody else held me, nobody else loved me, nobody else guided me, only God did. And that's my firm belief. And that offends you, God bless you. Okay? When I say drop a subject, I mean drop a subject. We are supposed to do crafts. And the poor kids, Stitch and them, they love to learn something new, especially with crafting. Or any one of you's had something to learn. And no, we got to talk about God first. God first. Well, God was in the morning. You want to talk about God? Come in the morning. Show me your proof. 100% infallible proof. Then we'll talk. Except Noah, his wife, and their 3 sons and wives perished post-flood. That's right. And the only animals that came to the ark was the ones that God called forth to come to the ark. And I apologize, everybody, for losing my temper. I am so sorry. This really morphed out of my control, but when I say drop it and you don't listen and you're not respectful and you keep on yakking with somebody else in the chat, drop it from period. That means don't, no, no. And you don't be respectful and do what I ask and you get warned. Well, one of these times, those warnings will get you out of my chat. And I don't care if you are connected with me or not. That's your choice. But I'm being honest to you guys as I know. Okay? And I mean, when I was born, I shouldn't have been born. They didn't know I was coming until I was delivered. My mom already had 2 girls. They knew Richard was coming, but they didn't know I was there. Most twins in a ultrasound, especially the grainier ones, like from the 1960s, you know, it was a little bit, iffy. And most of the times you could see them like this, or whatever, okay? You could detect 2 heartbeats, okay? Ready? Where do you see me at? This is my twin brother. Where do you see me at? You didn't detect me because my heartbeat was in sync with him. This is me behind my twin brother. This is what they saw, Richard. They didn't see me hiding in the backside. So my sisters and my mom wanted a girl, my dad wanted a boy, and they all were happy because mom had a boy and mom had a girl. And I'm the girl part. No, I thought for many years in my family that was the family joke. Ha ha, No, that was the brutal truth because they were living in a what do you call those things? A mobile home. They have one crib. Me and my twin brother, he took one end of the crib. I took the other end of the crib. Our choosing areas was the end of the crib where the wood was. Mm-hmm. Now, you guys, come tomorrow, please. And I beg your apologies. I'm sorry for losing my temper and everything. Come tomorrow afternoon with some ideas of things you would like to learn more about. And if I can explain it to you like I did with Kaboom about knitting, I think of it as a 4-stage process. Versus crocheting's a lot easier. Yeah. He died. When we were 18, he started having these jerks and whatever. We didn't know what they were. Here to find out after he went through the Air Force basic training, they sent him home with a medical discharge. He had epilepsy. And so he got sent home. And I went through all the epilepsy classes with him. If he had listened to what he had learned, what he should have learned then and there, his life would have been maybe better. But because he didn't get to do the Air Force, he was never happy again. He never got married, never had kids, because he didn't want his kids to have seizures either. And back in that time of 2020 time, you guys, that C thing that was going around? Yeah, well, they gave him a vaccine when he was in the nursing home because he'd fallen, struck his neck, and more or less from the neck down he was paralyzed. He didn't want to work with the physical therapist or anybody. He was just angry and he was mad and, he took it out on everybody. Well, nobody wants to be around somebody like that, right? So they gave him the vaccine and nobody was there. Richard went into seizures when he was sleeping, which he did sometimes. He asphyxiated on a Friday. They sent him to the ER hospital. He got admitted. He stabilized on Sunday. Sorry, guys. The last I had heard on Sunday night, he had stabilized. And he was going to be okay. The next morning, around 7:30, 8 o'clock, I got the news that he had died. And he had died at 5 a.m. in the morning. And that's the one thing I didn't want to live without. Didn't have to have a man as a husband. I didn't need my dad. I just wanted Richard. But I didn't believe in doing what my parents had done to him ever since he was 18, sent home from the Air Force with epilepsy to baby him. I didn't kiss his butt. I didn't know. Get off your ass and do something about it, Richard. But Richard had been enabled by our parents since we were 18 and he got sent home. I wasn't. I was the one that, okay, I'm up a creek without a paddle. What the hell do I do now? Last minute thing I would ever do is call my parents for help. Otherwise, nope. May do. I did that for, 40 years. I've done that. So, you can survive a lot of things. But I'm not crying because he's not in heaven. I know he is. I'm crying because he's not here anymore for me to call him up and say hi. Right? Perhaps I would have done different. I don't know. Okay?
Shoulda, woulda, couldas don't matter anymore. But I miss my twin. The one man on earth that I knew would protect me. And I didn't have, and I had older sisters. And the one I knew loved me the most, she's gone now too. So now I'm left alone. But I'm not left alone because I have God. And I know my twin brother, he beat me to the punch and got up to heaven first, the little bugger. And he's up there singing and praising God. And I do miss him. And that's okay, right? But I don't cry often anymore like I used to right after he died and everything. I actually had a therapist this therapist person who knows about grief told me to write my twin brother a letter. Like he ain't gonna be able to read it, lady. Right. I've gotten stronger because of God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. But I know what's going to happen this weekend already. Do I look forward to having Mother's Day? No. Do I look forward to having a birthday? No. Or Christmas? No. Because those who love me ignore me. And they don't send me a card. They don't call. They don't do nothing. Well, when I'm dead and buried, it'll be too late now, won't it? Because God loves me as I am. You know? And he helps me through a lot of crap when nobody else was there. And they could have, would have, should have been. They could have if they chose, but they didn't care. And for the whole year after he died, I asked for things from my siblings and people, and they couldn't do it. Why? Your hand broke? Okay, yeah, okay, my kids, my children I gave birth to, close your eyes, that's what I get for Mother's Day for the last 10 years, because I divorced a guy that tried to kill me. Yeah. He made everybody believe that I was crazy, and, don't believe her, she's just a liar. I was a scout leader, Cub Scout leader, Boy Scout master, Girl Scout leader. Why would I lie? I'm just saying, time will come. And there shoulda, woulda, couldas, and they're going to be bawling their eyes out. God bless you. Because if you can't say hi now, you can't do things for me now, don't do it when I die. Because when I die, and I am, oh, thank you, darling. When I die, you know what I want happening? I want everybody to have a party. I don't want a funeral. I don't want a viewing. I don't want a wake. I want you to come out and have a party. And I'm talking let the booze flow. I'm talking about praising God. But, do a big-ass barbecue and, remember the happy, funny times and the things that I shared with you and the things from God and things that you learned. That's what I want. Don't cry for me. I'll be going home, baby. I'll be going home to God. And that's how I think. So please forgive me for that outburst and so forth. Sometimes I'm okay about talking about it, and sometimes I'm not okay. But it doesn't always hit me like it does. Some days I could go months on end without a drop of a tear, remembering my twin. And then sometimes out of the blue, snap. You know it. You name it. That's right. Go have a campfire. Yeah, buddy. That's right. That's what I want you guys to do in my honor. Go out and have a party. Go get everybody that you love and bring them together and have a Joyful reunion. Have time with each other. You know, have some cake, have some ice cream, the whole 9 yards. Don't cry for me when I die, because I'll be going home. The ones that are going to be crying are the ones that shoulda, coulda, woulda when they, had the chance. And God bless them. And that's what I'm going to do it. And God is my witness. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to have fun. Oh, Mom, you're not busy nothing now. Come and help me now. Well, that's too late. Done and over with. You didn't want me then. Don't want me now. I'm going to have a better, happier life. And right now, this is part of it. Oh, darling. I do love me some ale and good old-fashioned mead. I would love to go to Ireland. Meet up with Carl, darling. And have me some full gish food. Ooh, boy. And people think I'm crazy, and I'm not. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm just looking for tissue to blow my nose because, you get upset, you cry a little bit, your son says, okay, let's have a party. Oh, yes, indeed I do. Oh, you'd be surprised what I'd be liking. There's drinks that people, oh my God, that's so gross. I won't drink that ever again. And I'll be like, oh, yes, yum. And the sad fact is, I drank a lot when I was younger, like moonshine and shit. Funny thing is I don't get drunk. I enjoy it. I mean, y'all, literally, I kid you not. Mr. Fedora. My youngest has red hair. Yeah, he does. 6'5", red hair. Hazel eyes and freckles, and he has a mole on his face, but that's from the sun. But now he's a married man, and he has a new son of his own, and I haven't heard how the baby's doing, if he's still in the NICU ward or not, but we can always pray and hope for the best, right? So just remember that no matter what, even if I was crying tears and getting angry, please apologize for those outbursts. I beg your forgiveness. I will do better. Ja, das ist sehr gut. Einstein, bitte. And I'm not talking a drink this big. I'm talking a drink this. See my hand here? Watch. Ready? Yeah. I lived in Germany for 9 years, darling. Yeah, Einstein, bitte. And I love vodka. And well, there's not a lot of alcohol in the United States with the right proofage. You know what I mean? 100% proof. That gets me drunk. And even when I do mixed drinks, beer, the whole 9 yards, and I've done it, it doesn't work. Baby, I am a unique, one-of-a-kind person. So you guys, I'm going to let you go. I need to go check on my laundry. Then afterwards, I get to go, I get to go wash up my dishes. And I'm going to go and talk to God. And darlings, trust me, there's not like a lot of people get grossed out on certain foods they won't eat, like snails or, okay, darling. I am Native American through my father. But I'm a universal person. So, yeah. That's why I get along with people of all colors, races. It all works. This morning, I got to tell you guys before I leave, I had people from Australia, and not usual Aussie Jake or Aussie Pancake. There was a few others. India. Israel. Okay. Canada. Right?
And where was the other one from? Romania. And that's not including the Americans that were in there this morning. We had a global... when I can. Let me get my laundry done, switched over, and then I got to get my dishes done up. And then I get to frying up my bacon. And so forth and so on. I don't know. I don't feel like frying up any bacon today. But I love you all so much, and thank you for supporting me. And please share me out and give all the love to somebody you know that may not have anybody, but could use a somebody because you love them so. Okay? When I get a chance, let me get my laundry and my dishes done, Lydia. If I don't do anything else this day, I want to get those two things done, and I'll have a whole weekend to do nothing but praise God. Yeah. Okay, darlings. I love you. Mwah! God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye-bye. Thank you, Lord. All right. Good night, darlings. Have a blessed day, and know that I am praying